Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. Today, let's talk about how multifamily owners are navigating this next stage of potential growth in our space. It's been some time before we could say that there's just exponential growth that is happening, whether it be rents, whether it be deal volume, et cetera, et cetera. But I think there are some big owners out there, sophisticated owners that understand things that other owners don't understand, or owners that aren't not as sophisticated as the bigger owners in the multifamily space. So everybody's watching rent growth slow across the industry, across the United States. And some markets are still continuing to grow or starting to come out of, or is sort of thawing marketplace, if you will. But other markets that have been the darlings of multifamily are starting to stall out in terms of rent growth. And operating costs are at least steady and or continuing to rise in different geo line items. And in the capital markets, they are what they are today. I think we've all been trying to navigate those things for the last 48 months plus minus. And we'll continue to try to do that as interest rates either continue to decline and or stay steady and or potentially rise. You got to leave that in there. But I think what's happened to a lot of operators, smaller operators that don't understand or don't have the sophistication of bigger operators, is that they have this short-term thinking mentality, and they have this whack-a-mole mentality that something comes up or arises in their business, be it on the operation side or the acquisition side. They're alarmists. They act out of desperation. They create whack-a-mole scenarios in the organization. It becomes, or they're driven by an asset management team that is on the ground and communicates in a way that is alarming to an ownership group, and they just don't understand that systems, processes, disciplines, and routines are what keep you in the game when the market is telling you that it's not ideal. It's not a time that you can optimize. What you can optimize is operations. You can get standards and expectations, disciplines and routines put in place. But if you don't do that, you just continue to whack-a-mole and everything is a priority, therefore nothing is a priority. If that's your operating model, you're not going to be very successful. And I don't mind saying so. I think that what is interesting about REITs and bigger operators is that they have put these disciplines in place. They have been through several cycles of real estate and growth and decline, and they understand which systems work and which systems don't. They understand that clarity is number one. And once you have clarity, you have systems put in place. You have good people put in place that exercise those systems to create good outcomes. And you don't get people's attention and time running all over the place trying to put out fires. The REIT industry knows this best because the REIT industry reports out to Wall Street. Wall Street has a very high expectation. And so you have to have systems and disciplines and routines in place when you're operating at that level. And the benefit is that you just get these systemized things and put in place. You get these optimized outcomes put in place. Professionals understand how to pick assets, put operational expectations and excellence in place, and create outcomes. Even in a tough down market, you create outcomes that aren't optimal. They're not what you want, but at least they're consistent. And they deliver on a week over week, a month over month, or a quarter over quarter basis. To the extent that you can focus on that, you be disciplined about that, you can get that done. If you're in the other environment where you're, again, whack-a-mole all the time, you can't do that. Nobody has the ability to stop and focus and work on the business instead of in the business every day. So my encouragement for every multifamily owner out there right now is don't wait on the Fed continue to decrease interest rates or any other economic sort of bellwether that makes it the right time to buy. Go out there and build your systems, strengthen your teams, audit your asset management team. Your asset management team can make or break your organization all day long. You have a poor asset manager or you have a misplaced asset manager, and that person can wreak havoc on your organization. So multifamily is really maturing as an asset class. It is maturing as an operating model. And the real question is, are you evolving with that? Are you just playing a run around like a chicken when you're with your head cut off sort of mentality? Because the next wave of multifamily is not really going to be based on your ability to execute a transaction. It's based on your ability to operate that thing once you have it in your silo of management. So that's it. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.